Kansas City Chiefs just got a double dose of bad news right before their game against the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, but fear not, Chiefs fans, because we are absolutely going to win this game. What's up, everybody? I'm Daniel Booth here again with your Chiefs news of the day. If you are new to my channel, I discuss Chiefs every single day. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you don't mind. Helps with the algorithm. And join in the conversation in the comment section below. So let's get right to it. First dose of bad news is two players are still going to be out, Isaiah Pacheco and Charles Omenihu. These are two players we absolutely, desperately need to come back. They have returned to practice, but learning today that the Kansas City Chiefs have said they are not going to go against the Carolina Panthers on Friday. And this is kind of its own double dose of bad news, if you will, when you think about what the Kansas City Chiefs could use. Obviously, we have Kareem Hunt, but you wonder how fresh those legs are going to remain when he has to continue to run and continue to run. We all saw the Buffalo Bills pretty much stop the Kansas City Chiefs run. They dared us to run the ball, and they shut him down. He was not very effective last Sunday in the loss to the Buffalo Bills. And so obviously that's not that was more scheming than it is Kareem Hunt beginning to break down, but you need another fresh set of legs. And Isaiah Pacheco, I've said it before and it bears repeating, once you get that 1-2 punch coming, that's going to be one of the best 1-2 punches at the running back position in the entire NFL. P. Ryan has been shown to have flashes of catching out of the backfield. Carson Steele, of course, can't be trusted. Every time he touches the ball, I'm worried that he's going to fumble, even though he hasn't fumbled in a number of games right now. He is not going to be the answer. And so, and we know that McCole Hardman is, catching balls and doing reverses and things like that. But we absolutely need another solid running back, and it looks like Isaiah Pacheco is not going to play against the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. So that's kind of reason number one. The other reason number two that it's really bad news for the Kansas City Chiefs regarding these two players being out is our pass rush. Once we were in the top 5 in pass rushing last year, the Kansas City Chiefs were, as far as getting to the quarterback. And this year it's just kind of fallen flat. I mean, of course, we have George Karlaftis and we have Chris Jones, who have been absolute studs, but, we need another pass rusher. And so the faster we get Charles Omenihu back, the faster that he can come back and hopefully be that answer, which leads me to double dose bad double dose of news number 2, and it's this right here. Josh Uche, he has had 8 snaps since he came over from the New England Patriots. I thought he was going to be the answer, and he was going to be Omenihu's replacement, and Omenihu wasn't going to be required to come back so fast because we had signed Josh Uche. He has done nothing. He's provided no spark and no life to this Kansas City pass rush, and that's what he was brought in here to do. So I'm kind of wondering, what are we doing with Josh Uche in the first place? And so I'm a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan, and I'm pretty much glass is always half full. But with this one, I gotta tell you, Chiefs fans, I'm scratching my head a little bit, and I'm really kind of scratching my head at what Steve Spagnuolo, defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, said when he said, in a recent press conference, he was asked about Uche's lack of usage, and he said this quote, keep trying to amp him up. I mean, listen, we've got a lot of guys who can rotate in there, a lot of guys now, especially in the D-line room, when we're getting into situational things, when we've got guys earmarked for certain situations, sometimes they come up and sometimes they don't. That sounds like the biggest pile of not answering the question garbage I've kind of really ever heard Steve Spagnuolo say. And then he goes on to say this: we're going to function as a unit. I'm not trying to get one person a number of reps. I'm not trying to get one person a number of sacks. When we play best, it's 11 guys, and that's what it'll always be. However, it works out numbers-wise. One game might be one way, another game it might be a little bit different. That's basically saying Uche's not the answer. He's just a jag, just a guy, as you will. And so, that's really not what you want to hear. Steve Spagnuolo completely ignored that question and basically said, Josh Uche is nothing special, is what I heard in that. He's nothing special. He's not going to be anything special. So forget about him coming in here and being the savior for this Kansas City Chiefs pass rush, because he is not. So double dose of bad news against the Kansas City Chiefs on this Friday, November 22nd. But I will leave you with this, Kansas City Chiefs fans. which is the silver lining in all of this. And the silver lining in all of this is that the Kansas City Chiefs are a nightmare opponent for the Carolina Panthers. And so what are we talking about right here? We're basically talking about our offense versus their defense. So this is a Brunson writer. He's from CBS Sports. He writes this. This is a nightmare spot for the Carolina Panthers. The worst possible opponent is coming in town in the form of the Kansas City Chiefs, and not just the regular Chiefs either. It's the Chiefs after a matchup against the Bills in which they suffered their first loss of the year, and Patrick Mahomes couldn't keep pace with Josh Allen and their primary AFC rival. Now the Kansas City Chiefs have to keep their foot on the gas and try to get the number one seed, and they should be able to do that just against a Carolina defense that offers little resistance to a competent offense. KC is going to get 30 here out of spite. So there you have it. One pundit calling this an absolute nightmare for the Carolina Panthers, the Kansas City Chiefs coming into town, and like I said at the beginning of this video, I fully expect them to bounce back and take care of business. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. I'm Daniel Booth. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Have a great weekend, and go Chiefs. Go Chiefs.